Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another Streetwear Talk video, the series where I cover the latest streetwear releases, I cover the latest streetwear news, and of course, in the series, we just discuss anything to do with streetwear or fashion. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be covering an upcoming collaborative release. The release that I'm going to be covering today is the collaboration between Supreme New York and Duck Down Records, as they are collaborating for week 8 of Supreme's Fall/Winter 2022 collection. Yeah, you heard me right, guys. So for the 8th week of Supreme's Fall/Winter 2022 collection, we are getting a collaboration with Duck Down Records. Now, in today's video, we're going to be covering the release details, or the official images, of the editorial and both the individual pieces, and of course my thoughts and opinions on this entire collaboration. And I have to be real, I didn't actually know who Duck Down Records was as a record label. Like, if you came to me and said, who are Duck Down Records, I'd be like, I have no idea. But then I saw the first image of this collaboration on Instagram and I was like, yo, it's the label that managed Black Moon, let's go. And I was ready for like a bunch of pieces for this whole collaboration to be, you know, their debut album Entered a Stage. And then I saw that Duck Down Records also managed Smith & Wesson, and I was like, yo, we're about to get some Da Shinin' stuff as well. Some like classic 90s hip-hop albums that, look, to be completely honest with you, I only got into 90s hip-hop like late 2019 and have been like, you know, deep dive and listening into as much as I can ever since. And it's only been in like the past 6 to 8 months that I've actually listened to Black Moon's debut and Smith & Wesson's debut. And I don't know, just seeing them get a collaboration with Supreme, it's just nice. I really like it when Supreme collaborates with like New York and just in general 90s hip hop artists. It's awesome to see. I really like to see it. It, you know, it gives me a chance to buy some merch when obviously I wasn't around to actually buy the official merch from the 90s. So yeah, it's awesome to see. Anyway, I've kind of dived off in a little bit of a sidetrack there as I do, but yeah, very excited to see what we get in this collaboration. Hopefully, it's a lot of, you know, music merch looking stuff and less focused on the label itself and more so the albums that they initially managed and the artists that they initially managed, but we'll have to see. Hopefully it takes that path, because I know when Supreme collaborated with Rap-A-Lot Records and the Ghetto Boys, it took more so that pathway, but we'll have to see. So how we're going to cover all those details today, the release details, the photos of the editorial, the individual pieces, and my thoughts and opinions, is of course by using a HYPEBEAST article. We'll head on over to that article now and we'll start covering the release details for this collaboration. So here we are, guys, and I'd just like to quickly say, this is the first image that I was referring to that I saw, and I was like, yo, they're doing pieces with the Enter the Stage artwork on the front of it. I want it. Yeah, I would love to own that. That's crazy. Hopefully there's more than just a t-shirt with it on it, but who knows? But yes, if you guys want to read this article, it'll be linked down in that description section below for you guys to check out. We'll quickly scroll on down. So, Duck Down Records Supreme Fall 2022 collaboration will see a global release via Supreme's online store October 20th, which, looking at the date, Wednesday the 19th, October 20th, checks out, 11 a.m. EDT time in the United States. And of course, a couple days later, the lovely people of Japan get it on October 22nd, which again, checks out if Thursday is the 20th, then on Saturday, the 22nd, Japan will get it 11 a.m. Japanese Standard Time. Additionally, Supreme and Duck Down Records have also put together the Heads Ain't Ready. The Heads Aren't Ready playlist. Oh god, it's such an interesting take from the 90s, isn't it, to do stuff like that. Heads Ain't Ready playlist to celebrate the collaboration. You know what? That's fun. I like that. That's cool. Yeah. Well, anyway, There we go there. That's all the release details. We'll have further release details of when it's releasing in the UK and Europe when we cover the drop list video, but it'll be the standard release times for those areas as well. And I assume it's not going to be a US and Japan exclusive like this HYPEBEAST article is referring to. It's more so, yeah, those are just the two different time zones that are very key there. But yeah, I reckon it will get a UK and EU drop time as well. Anyway, if you have any further questions about the release details, drop them in that comment section below. But now we'll dive into the images we have here. We'll cover the editorial first, which will be skaters and models rocking the collaboration itself, and then we'll cover the individual pieces. Let's get into it, guys. Let's check out this Duck Down Records Supreme collaboration and see what we're going to be getting. Here it is. I think you guys already know which is my favorite piece, and yeah, yeah. I just love this stuff, you know, because obviously, you know, I can't go out and pick up like an original 90s tee that they probably would have done for the album. I can't go out and probably pick a modern day one because they probably aren't making them. So this is probably the only chance that I will get to get some like Black Moon merch technically. So I do like seeing this. I wish that it was like a requirement for Supreme to do every season at least one 90s hip hop collaboration, because I love seeing this stuff. I love my Rap-A-Lot Records Ghetto Boys hoodie that I have. Love it. Still want the varsity jacket, even though it's a satin varsity jacket. I think they did a t-shirt for that collab as well. Wouldn't mind the t-shirt if they did do one. If not, if it's just a hoodie, fine with that, because I love the hoodie. Yeah, I just love this stuff. I love this stuff. It fits very much with Supreme's image. It brings back some nostalgia for a lot of people, and I really just like to see it. Yeah, I love this stuff. Absolutely. So this is awesome. Would love this t-shirt. I'm assuming it'll come in various other colors, and we'll cover those colors when we get to the individual pieces. We have the back of the t-shirt, Buck 'em Down, with the co-branded logo underneath. We have a co-branding hoodie, Duck Down Records, Supreme New York. And if I'm correct, one of the members of Black Moon could correct me wrong, we're wearing that hoodie at the moment. Again, only started in 2019 listening to this music, so putting names to faces is still a little bit of a thing for me. Back of the hoodie there, big embroidered patch. Thank God it's embroidery, because I gotta say, even with like the quality of the print on my Rap-A-Lot Records one, the print is cracking a little bit. So embroidery, much more preferred because it'll last a lot longer, but obviously an embroidery design on something like this would be very, very difficult to do. Moving forward, there we go. The shining set there on a tee on a bit of a purple lavender one, maybe more of a purple one, with blue navy rocking it as well. Yeah, or navy blue. Blue navy? Navy blue? I can't remember which way around it goes. Yeah, no. Awesome. Awesome. Want this tee. Probably not in a purple color though. Would like to see what other colors it comes in, but a solid tee nonetheless. Yeah, Smith & Wesson. Recognize. It's it's just great. It's just great, man. Yeah, an awesome album though. Definitely worth a listen. Awesome album. Iconic album artwork. Yeah, it's great. It's really, really great. And yeah, last but not least, the last image that gets showcased to us is a co-branded beanie, which honestly, I felt that they should have taken a more toned down approach. Keep that patch logo there, but don't have Supreme and an arc over the top. Just have like a little box logo on the back of it, you know, like back here, then that patch on the front. I feel like that would have looked a little bit better. But yeah, that's all the editorial images to showcase to us, guys. Now we'll have to dive into the individual photos. Let's check out all the individual little pieces that we're going to be getting in this collab. Here's the first hoodie, as showcased before, the Duck Down Records Supreme New York hoodie, featuring an embroidered design on the left breast there, and then on the lower back. I like the placement of the logo, it works out quite well, and the overall hoodie is, yeah, pretty cool. Don't mind it too much. Comes in a grey, red, green, and, well, I should say green, but it's very like browny olive, isn't it? And a black. I think my favorite colors are going to be the black and the grey. There's the design on the back of it there. Here it is. My favorite piece, the Black Moon Enter the Stage t-shirt. Awesome album artwork on the front of it. Awesome little back graphic as well. Comes in a lot of colors. You have it in white, purple, gray, orange, green, and black. Lots of colors to choose from. I want it in the black or the white, but I would maybe take a gray if someone was willing to sell it to me in an extra large or 2XL, because just be fantastic. Fantastic. Awesome piece. That's definitely my favorite so far. Now, we got the Smith & Wesson, the Shinin' one as well. First showcased to us in a purple. Hopefully, some solid color options as well. We got a white, purple, gray, red, green, and black. I think my favorite would be the white. I think black on black, you kind of lose the album artwork on the black on black. But yeah, white or gray, definitely. There are the color options. It's all right. Now moving forward will probably be the last piece, which is, the beanie. Yeah, it's okay. Again, I feel like it could have been handled a little bit differently, a little bit more low-key. Keep that logo on the front, keep a little Supreme BOGO on the back or something. It didn't need to have like a huge arcing collegiate Supreme font on it. It could have been done a little bit better. But yeah, it's still an okay piece nonetheless. But unfortunately, and I say that, I genuinely mean it, unfortunately, that's it. I would have liked a lot more. Unfortunately, these, Supreme 90s hip-hop collabs, they never get enough. We get, whenever Supreme collaborates with the North Face, we get 10,000 pieces. Whenever Supreme collaborates with all these other brands, they get a lot of pieces. But when Supreme really should have been focusing on a large quantity of, or a large selection of pieces, we don't get it. And I would have loved to seen more Duck Down Records stuff. Like, we only saw them showcasing the debut albums, if you may notice here. We've got The Shinin' and Enter the Stage. We didn't even go into their sophomore albums for either artist, or even modern day artists that are under Duck Down Records' label, because I think I saw that Static Selector released a couple projects under Duck Down Records. So they're like modern day artists releasing under that label. The potential, there could have been so much more. And I know it's not out of character for Supreme to release this exact amount of pieces for a 90s record label collaboration like this, but I guess it's just me calling out saying I would love to see more. I would love to see more of this stuff. It's not anything crazy or, out like groundbreaking, but it's just nostalgic, fun, and I love music references, and I love when music meets streetwear and comes together. It's awesome to see. But yeah, that's everything I really have to express about this collab, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Do you like any of the pieces from the collab? Do you like any of Black Moon's music or Smith & Wesson's music at all? Or any of the artists that are under Duck Down Records' label? Do you like any of it all? Are you going to pick any of this up? Let me know down in that comment section below. But there we go, guys. That is everything to really cover to do with the Duck Down Records Supreme New York Week 8 collaboration for the Fall/Winter 2022 season. Now, we covered the release details. It's dropping on the 20th or 22nd if you live in Japan. We covered all the individual pieces releasing in it and the editorial and my thoughts and opinions on it. And to recap, I wish there was more. There's never enough with these collabs. There's never enough in the collabs and the stuff that I want, but there's always too much in the stuff in the collabs that I don't want. That always seems to be the case, right? Yeah. I wish there was more. I, again, really hope that Supreme keep this up. I hope that we see more 90s hip-hop artists getting collaborations with Supreme. I would really like to see that. There's like a countless list that you could tick off on Supreme X 90s hip-hop artists that I'd love to see getting a collab. It'd be awesome. But I'd love to hear thoughts and opinions on this collab, guys. If you are picking up something from this collab, I would love to hear what you want to pick up from this Week 8 collab down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering upcoming Supreme collaborations and releases, you got to give me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, And the best indicator of them all, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Now, as mentioned in previous videos, we're trying to aim for a new subscriber milestone of 3,475 subscribers before the end of the month. We're very, very close. I think it's like 2 or 3 off. If we reach that milestone, I can update the little subscriber milestone badge here, guys. So hopefully, with your guys' continuous support, we can reach that milestone before the end of October. Well, that's everything I got to say about this collab, guys. I wish you the best of luck if you are going for something from the collab. I hope you managed to pick it up in the size and color you're after. But until the next Streetwear Talk video, until the next drop list video, until the next Supreme video in general, I'll catch you later.